What's going on, you guys? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to another episode of Psychologically Gaming. So in today's episode of Psychologically Gaming, as you guys picked out on the poll on Patreon, which if you guys want to follow me on Patreon, you can do so by following the link down in the description below. You guys picked Heisenberg from Resident Evil 8 to talk about today. I love the character Heisenberg. He has a little bit of mystery to him. A lot of it is very painfully obvious. Maybe more so to some than to others, but we'll get into that. There are several things I noticed about this character. There are a few things I did some research on just to make sure that there will be links provided down in the description below if you want to look more into it. But one of the first things is actually from last week's Psychologically Gaming that I discussed, called psychosis. He has a little bit of that. Remember how I discussed with psychosis of where you put in implants and those implants enhance the psychopathy or the condition that you have tenfold? Well, it's kind of like this as well. Heisenberg goes through machinery. Like, that is his entire thing. Like, he is based on machinery. He's kind of like the Magneto of Resident Evil 8. Heisenberg is one of those special characters that he knows every action that he is doing, and he is doing it intentionally. I think Heisenberg's Lair, we're just gonna call it Lair, his factory there. I forgot the word, so I use Lair instead. His lair, his factory, whatever you want to call it, that was one of my favorite parts of the game because I felt like that actually went back to really true survival horror. Besides the House of Beneviento, I thought that Heisenberg's lair was really amazingly done. Especially with that one kind of machinery guy that you had to, like, you know, shoot in the heart several times in order for him to, you know, die and get away. I thought it was so creepy whenever that thing got up and you're just like, eh. So that is the first thing that I think Heisenberg had, psychosis, and it was really cool to see this actually play out within the game because you saw that he had like resentment towards the mother, but you also saw that he liked what he was. So it was a little mixture of, oh, I really enjoyed this, but I also actually hate what I am. I feel like Heisenberg has a very strong case of Stockholm Syndrome purely because he absolutely hates what he's become, but he's also become so adjusted to it through the Kudo, through everything that he has basically endured, that he's like, all right, you know what, I've become this, but let's have some fun with it too. And for those who do not know, Stockholm Syndrome is a psychological response. It occurs when hostages or abuse victims bond with their captors or abusers. And we can see this actually with all of the characters in Resident Evil 8 Village, who are the ones that we have to get away from, the monsters. So we have a mixture of psychosis, we have a mixture of Stockholm Syndrome, and the final thing that I would think that Heisenberg has is a god complex. I say that each character has a god complex so much, you guys are probably going to be like, Ariel, you say every character has a god complex. No character is that complex to begin with. It's just a game. Also, is it just me, or did you guys think that there was going to be multiple endings to this game as well? I kind of did, considering the fact that whenever we are captured by Heisenberg, I kind of had this feeling, I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of had this feeling that when we were being captured, that we were going to be given the choice to fight against Mother Miranda and use Rosemary to, you know, to the purpose that she was actually made for, or we could have had the choice to go in line with what the story had just originally plotted out for us. And I feel like if I would have chosen to use Rosemary, I would have gotten the bad ending anyway, so it's probably good that there were multiple endings, just saying. But if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below because I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And with that being said, stay casually nerdy and go check out one of my latest videos where I review the game Coffee Talk. It's a wonderful game. You guys should definitely check it out. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, you guys.